110 million people watched the Super Bowl last Sunday. People all over the country. It didn't matter if you're black, white, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. I love football, but have you ever noticed picking teams is influenced by what race you are? Like we all know, Mexicans rep the Raiders. They will leave a bottle with sugar milk in their baby's mouth for the full 3 hours the game is on if it will keep them quiet. We all know a vato will stab you up if you say anything about the Raiders. Black and silver on mine, Ohms. I saw a Samoan at the bus stop with a bootleg Jerry Rice jersey on the other day, which led me to the conclusion that Samoans are the face of the 49ers. Maybe it's the correlation between the gold and red and all the Samoans being Bloods. So whoop. I seen a Samoan rep the 49ers so hard he had 49 kids. Oh wait, that's normal in the Malafuas household, huh? I know there's a Samoan right now saying oofa forever foul, and I'm telling y'all big back and be boo blah. Now anyone and everybody knows who the whites represent. I had a hard time with this one, but I figured out it's the Dallas Cowboys. No matter how much they suck, you can walk around with that 5-point star and a Confederate flag and not be considered a racist on Sundays. You ever watch a Cowboy fan in the stands and they look like they're mouthing the word coon in slow motion when Dez Bryant comes out onto the field?
Yeah, all the time.
And don't forget about all the blonde bombshell cheerleaders. Hide your wife, hide your Kobe Bryants. That brings me to the coloreds. I would love to say we have a team, but we don't. You ask a black person who their favorite team is and they'll ask you who's winning. We are the most bandwagoning ass race out there. We will have on a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey on just because Wiz Khalifa came out with black and yellow, or you see Snoop with one on in his video. We win tickets in a company raffle to the Charger game, and I guarantee you we will be Charger fans for the rest of the year. Old cat daddies wearing Doug Flutie jerseys. Is it a coincidence that we had the second black quarterback win the Super Bowl this year and the media is saying that there was a sex trafficking bust and Russell Wilson was the pimp? I'm not lying. What a way to start Black History Month. Anyway, I would have loved to see Peyton Manning knock the Seahawks off, but instead I got Bruno Mars and Red Hot Chili Peppers' old asses jumping up and down on the stage. For some reason, it reminded me that Aaron Hernandez is sitting in prison getting his booty hole ate out with a knife and a fork. It's Greenlight Radio, y'all, where everything is a go. DJ GK, kick it to us. We got Tommy Chun coming up next, y'all.
Happy African American Month.
Crashing parties, ordering bottles with a Patron, drinking champagne and shit. Pretty bitches, foreign cars, new watches. We gon' burn this motherfucking money. Why wouldn't we? Can't take it with us. Nah. Fuck am I supposed to do? And every summer by the newest drop, popping bottles, taking supermodels to the block. If it ain't fat, put two up in the back. Alligator strap, why you do it like that? Bought so many bottles, I'ma need another section. Blowers on the shoes like the feet was PMSing. Bad red bone, Valentino clutches. V12 automatic Lamborghini clutches. Party all night and we duck the morning. This vampire life, nigga, fuck the morning. Leaving out the club, jump in the foreign. Then we valet the car, leaving with the door.
Tell me whip ball clean and the top off too. Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Got shorty in the club and her girlfriends too. What? Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Green light go, green light go, green light go, green light go, green light go. I got all this money and nothing to do. Damn, tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do?
We ain't worried about no petty threats. Big jury on nigga making heavy bets. We got the bank stopping whatever's left. I hear they say he's back, but he never left. One thing about beef, man, it never rests. Catch you in the street and put your head to rest. Matter of fact, it's double R's in my head rest. Fuck bitches, get money, big set it best. Snatch a nigga bitch and put the dick on her. Blow her brains out like I put the fifth on her. It should be a crime the way I'm catching bodies. Now I take it down for a sexy
Tell
hottie.
the whip ball clean and the top off too. Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Got shorty in the club and her girlfriends too. What? Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Green light go, green light go, green light go, green light go, green light go. I got all this money and nothing to do. Damn, tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? You got homie in the club with his fake ass crew. Damn, tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Green light go, green light go, green light go, green light go.
Fuck with millionaires, felons too. I'm more like the Cartier, Bell on Blue. Listen clear what I'm telling you. I make the roof disappear while I'm belling through. Took shots, that's a bad attempt. Circle around your block, paper tag tanks. Spent a couple hundred when I had the bank. And if the dealer didn't have it, then I had to sand. Chanel bags cost 6 large. Pretty women hopping out of big cars. 500 horses with Ferrari saddles. And I solemnly swear I would never
Got
tattle.
a red ball playing the top off too. Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Got shorty in the club and her girlfriends too. Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Green light go, green light go, green light go, green light go, green light go. I got all this money and nothing to do. Damn, tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Woo! Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? Green light go, 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 green light go. Let 'em blow.
Tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do?
What's up, everybody?
I can't even think right now. Tommy Chun is acting a fool right now.
Already, yeah. All I heard was hemorrhoids. He had an Armenian chick who had a hemorrhoid and a thumb sticking out her ass. She was
She's a
hitchhiking
hitchhike bending
from
over.
her ass. Right. And they had a beautiful daughter out of that.
She is very beautiful. But when you introduce
And his daughter's name is West South, Southwest.
No.
her name is Tava.
Tava.
Hello, Tava.
Tommy and Val. Tava.
Nice.
Mazel
And
tov.
then she was with her grandmother looking at an Armenian cookbook, and they turned the page and it said, I didn't notice, it said Tava mixed vegetables.
Wow.
We have Tommy Chun over here to
Let's
the right.
just
You know, he
introduce him.
wanted us to
Let's bring him
introduce
on.
him. Yes. So we have Tommy Chun,
The one and only,
the one and only Tommy Chun.
incredibly talented Tommy Chun, comedian extraordinaire.
Hey, I wanna
Hold on. Give us a sec. We're gonna intro our show real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want
No. Go ahead.
No,
Have a seat.
sit down. Sit
Have
down.
a
You want to
seat.
help us intro
You
the
gonna
show?
have us? You gonna help us?
We had to let everybody know what they watching. It's Greenlight Radio, everybody. Where everything's a go. We're unprofessional, a real professional way. That's
If we're
why
not
we're
your
talking.
favorite, we need to know why.
Of course, that's why we're talking to Tommy while he's all set.
Right.
But that's what we do. We keep it moving. We do that. Shout out to the Man Cave who just went off air. They were really militant ass niggas
Very
tonight, boy.
passionate about their topic. They were talking about blacks and it's Black History Month. So.
I am Malcolm X.
I am Malcolm X.
Them anger management classes are pissing them off.
Everything gonna be okay, Irish. Y'all seen Captain Phillips?
No, they ain't seen.
I
Captain
saw it. I
You
saw
saw
it.
Captain Phillips?
Yes, I did.
That was an edgy movie.
It was.
That
I just
that
wanted
one
to
that
know.
looked like P Diddy, the
Yeah,
head
'cause-
pirate,
Somalian.
the head pirate, he
Pirate.
looked like Diddy.
He had some good hair, didn't he?
No, he did have
How
some
did
good
he
hair.
have some good hair
I
like
don't know,
that?
man. They got some good juices and berries over there.
Well, they
boy.
kind of
Shit, they ain't nothing but
Ethiopian-esque.
There's nothing but ultra.
But they had crazy teeth. He got nice hair, but his teeth looked like a picket fence. He could eat corn on a cob through the picket fence.
So that's F5. See, that's
Right,
F5.
right.
I'm forever foul.
Tommy Chun
Tommy Chun.
in the building.
In the building.
In the building.
BET Comic View, Comedy Central. You know what I mean? This guy. Everywhere.
Everywhere. He's doing everything.
Everything.
Letting the beard grow in. I think it's a dope look. No
Wow.
homo. No homo.
This is because I just didn't make it to the barber. It ain't because
Nah, man, you should let that grow in. Like,
I should rock it and
Rock
do
Rick
it.
Ross
I
and
look
some
like
shit.
Colin Powell. People don't really know how old I am because
Maybe
when I
Colin
shave,
Powell's
I still got
grandfather.
kind of a baby face.
Maybe just
You
the
don't have
colon Clinton.
Semicolon. Pow. So I can talk now? Can I say something? Guys, can I say something? Do something?
You can do whatever you do.
Hey, I want to say I
This your world.
apologize for my trespasses and my gregarious vernacular. I was trying to say something, and if you know my personality, I'm like, I'm Django. I'm not Sam Jackson in Django. I'm actually Django. And so I'm a comedian, and I'm older, but, it's like I'm still going to go for the laugh. I'm still going to go for the effect, because that's what I've been doing so long. So sometimes when I say things, I don't mean it like in jest. I'm just colorful with my words. So I want to apologize to Fallon and Frank because on my show, I kind of was really over the top, and I should probably be a little more regal with how I approach things, because since I am old as hell, they just said my beard. So, but I'm young at heart, and sometimes I'm from Detroit, so I cut to the chase, and I'm like half street. I'm half, I'm like a field nigga with house nigga intelligence, kind of. I'm like back and forth, I'm really real, but I'm smart, So I'll be articulating and pontificating, and then say some more ghetto shit.
Is he a pimp?
Hey, you know what? No, what he sound like is like he just did a bid in Donovan, and he had picked up a dictionary and went Muslim, and so now he got these
Let
big
me
words.
impregnate your mind.
Let me masturbate
exactly.
on your...
It's like,
yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, ice him down and lick him, I lick him a lot.
So Tommy Chun, let me give you guys a little history on why Tommy Chun is on our show, and he is apologizing. So,
Because
not last week,
I suck.
but 2 weeks ago,
I'm an asshole.
he had a show, or we did a Martin Luther King show together at the Rookies, and he was the host. I was an opener. There was Rich the Stitch. There was Cookie Hall. There was Eric Blake.
Who took place for Shang,
Who
because
took place for Shang.
Shang's plane didn't show up.
Okay, and Forever Foul is up and coming, and to be perfectly honest, she sucked that night.
Are you speaking in third person?
I'm speaking in third
okay.
person.
All
All
right.
right. So Forever Foul, that's me.
She's not condescending to you. That means to talk down to.
She to put it nicely, she sucked that night. All right.
That night.
And she understood that. Okay. So I immediately I got off the stage and like I knew it. Like right at that moment I was like, this was my bomb. You know what I mean? So and
One of them.
And
there will be more.
Traditionally, what comedians do is when that happens, they wreck your ass right then. They clown you and tell the audience, what the fuck, what was she doing? But I didn't do that.
Right.
Because I wanted to save it for later.
And I would have watched it and I would have been okay with it.
I'm sorry, and I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Can I explain now?
You most definitely can.
Okay, first of all, I think you're great. You're hot, period. He a big head, handsome dude. Y'all a good couple. He got big ass hats though. But listen, here's my point. My point is that comedy is brutal. And it is the last pure art form. It's harder than people think. And I've watched you do your set over various shows. We won't say a name, but I'll just use the word holiday instead of saying the name.
Okay.
What?
I'm not saying the person's name. I'm just saying holiday.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dark nigga.
Exactly. Sugar smack. Okay.
Midnight.
Yeah. Fat Kevin Hart. Listen,
No, that's crazy.
couple of things I just want to say. Let me just first say this. My life has been dedicated to stand-up comedy. I've done it now for probably 25, almost 30 years. Okay. I have theoretically eaten bags of dicks. Okay. I bombed in front of 10,000 people in Atlanta for Bronner Brothers and got booed, homie. It's brutal. The reason that I went hard on you is because I wanted you to feel that. That ain't nothing, what Tommy Chun said. See, when you do comedy in a comfort space, like San Diego, first of all, is a nice town. It's softer here. Comedians can be not as funny, and nobody's going to do anything. But if you're in Detroit or Chicago, you get booed. I mean, they're brutal. And you have to really understand what that's about. Now, what I meant when I said you were on your little Richard is, what I meant is, I didn't feel like I felt like you were celebrating the idea of stand-up instead of working on your set. I've seen you perform various times, and I don't feel, and I'm a veteran, outside of me, the only other person in San Diego who might be above me in the game that you could listen to is probably Faison. Me and Faison, I'm probably the oldest, most established, most junior. And the reason I said that like that, because I couldn't have told you that night because I was busy running around and I had to go to LA that same night. And I don't want to defend myself on what I said. Don't want to hurt you. Never did. I love you, Fallon. But as a comic, you needed to hear that.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because you have, first of all, what most people don't have, and that's gangster in you. Most people can't get up there and reveal themselves like that. Second of all, I see you working at it, but I started to feel like maybe it wasn't for the right reason. And the reason I said this is because I never see you go up anywhere. I mean, I know all the comedians in San Diego, and I never see you go up anywhere other than these particular shows within the comfort zone of nepotism of And so I don't feel it's fair to you to just do that, because it's like I told Holiday. Dude, he's saying he's a comedian. I said, you're not a comedian. You're a promoter who wants to be a comic, who's a great promoter, but you're not a comic, dude. And this is why. It's because if something happens like what happened our last show, he can't come back and bring the crowd back because he's not a comedian. So we see him struggle and have to do all this stuff, and it's like I told him, get on stage, go do sets. Like me and Rich the Stitch, before we did the last show at Rookies, we drove to Orange County and did a guest set for my boy George Perez on a bar night at a club. And you need to do that because every time you go on stage, you learn. Like you said, you felt bad and you went through some thinking and soul searching, and then Tommy buried you. Good. You need to do that. Next time you go on stage, you're going to be funnier. I guarantee
I don't
you.
know that I'm going back on stage, Tommy. You buried me.
Well, listen.
No, you killed me.
Listen.
You killed my whole soul.
If you don't go on stage again because of that, then maybe you aren't supposed to be a comedian and you should get out the way. But if you do, which I hope you do, because my point was to help you, and like even with my daughter, I can't be nice to her all the time. Sometimes you have to have tough love, and I needed to do that because I want you to focus on your writing. And it's not just writing the joke. You got to go up different places and learn how to say it. There's writing a joke, and then there's saying the joke. There's delivering the joke. And you got to get up and test it a bunch of times. The difference between a rookie and a major leaguer is 100,000 innings. I've done, I would say, probably 10,000, 20,000, 10,000 shows in my life. And I'm still learning. Like, I learned something when he called the show. I learned that maybe that was inappropriate and they're too sensitive. Tommy Chun is all beat up on. My heart got calluses on it. I done had my ass kicked in my life. But you're a little more innocent and you're still pure. So I'm messed up. So I hit David Arnold up, this comedian, on Facebook, and I just said to him, he said, hey, don't be so nitpicky or something. I said, yeah, what about that shirt you got on? Then he hit me back on the thread. Tommy Chun, under this shirt is a big S for success. Like, you're not successful. And I said, wow, man, like how you felt is how I felt. He writing for the Kevin Hart show and all this. And not only does he do that, he takes a picture of me and makes his whole thing up that says, this is what a nigga's face look like when he think he's still gonna make it. Right?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Right, but like she said, it hurt. It hurt me too.
Yeah.
But maybe David Arnold did that to me on purpose. I would like to think he's not just a jerk.
Right.
Or had, when I was hot before and he was down here, he kind of had jealousy or whatever, so he has to hurt me now. I would like to think it's a positive thing and he's trying to get me to get back into the game and be who I am. Now, I don't think that was his purpose, but I could be wrong. Point being is, the audience doesn't care.
Yeah. Let me pick up the story, because I'm the one who called in. And let me just clear this all up, and let's sum it up so we can get to get Tommy's take on some of the stuff we have on our little itinerary here. So I call in the show, and it got kind of heated. But see, here's where we need to just dead it, because there is no animosity, there's no beef, there's no anger, there's nothing. Like I said on the phone, is that because of Holiday, we'll say Holiday, because of Holiday, I kind of put you guys in the same kind of box, and that's my fault for even doing that. But what should have happened is, like she said, we would have loved, or she would have loved to get your take on, because she went outside and had a dope conversation with Cookie. So when I was like, whoa, you're critiquing somebody, because after she heard that you were going to talk about her, she turned it off. So I was like, now you're critiquing somebody who's not even watching anymore. You know what I mean? So it doesn't help now, because you're telling her, you're saying this is what you should do to get better, but this person's no longer watching anymore. You know what I mean? So that conversation should have took place, and then roast her ass because I told her myself. I said, look, if you're gonna make it in this, you have to accept criticism. No, and not everybody is gonna think you're funny. Not everybody's gonna laugh at your jokes. If you can't take criticism, I use Puff Daddy for an example. If Puff Daddy walks in the room and he says, you will eat ass, you have to be able to take that, work harder, and get back on stage. So
I just want to say this. I can tell by the times I've seen her go up, there's certain blueprint rules to stand up that nobody's ever told her.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And like you brought up, you said, we got with you 2 years ago. No, I came and did the show, but nobody came back and said, Tommy John, hey, let us take you out to dinner, man. Let's go to this spot, and she's going to get on stage, and I want you to, like, take notes and tell her something. That never happened. So, and then,
this nigga love to eat, though.
Okay.
He always talking about taking him out to eat something.
Take him out to eat. He came on Greenlight Radio for the first time. He had a McDonald's super value meal.
I mean, I work out. I just get hungry again. But my point is this. There's certain rules. Like, when it's early... Okay, first of all, let me say this. This is a major thing that I need to say. Going on after Holiday and following me is two different things.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Of
so
course.
that was the first thing. That's why I said do less time, because, you know, with him, when you get on, you're like the first comedian. You know what I'm saying? With me, it's like they're seeing this guy that's seen on TV for years. I'm a vet. I don't just host. I mean, I tell jokes. I do the deal. So
It's your job. It's your job.
But the point is, the audience perspective, they're seeing this, and then they're seeing this. And it's better if you say, well, I'm going to do 15, but you get on stage, you do 5, and you're lost, and you see it's not going. It's better to just say thank you than to keep going, because you might have killed the first 5 minutes, but your last 10 was hard. So that's what the crowd remembers. And there's certain rules. You got to know when to get off stage. You got to look at who you're following when you're going up. So it's a difference. Like me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the hard lesson so you become a better comic. So you're actually funnier. If you would have stopped in the middle of your set, just for example, and then we can move on, when you were looking at the phone and the crowd was talking, and people gave me my friends were in the crowd, and they told me but if you would have stopped and said, hey, damn, y'all ain't laughing right now. Shit, this ain't working. You know, I'm going to kill myself. Y'all don't have to laugh. Matter of fact, I'm laughing. You don't have to laugh. I know y'all talking about me. My point is honesty is the funniest thing in the world, and it's simple. Some stuff is just simple. You don't have to make it super duper. You can acknowledge certain things, and it will actually get you back on track. Acknowledging, never avoid the obvious in stand-up. If you're in the middle of a set and some crazy-looking chick walk up with an outfit on that's too tight and her titty hanging out, you gotta say something about her.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is certain rules to the thing, and Holiday can't teach you this.
Yeah.
I can't. Now, I'm sorry that hurt your feelings. I hope you use it constructively, and it'll make you a lot funnier. I have bombed so bad before, it is horrible. I went up after Chris Tucker years ago in LA. Chris had just done Friday. I was new in town. I was killing everything. And they purposely put me up after Chris Tucker. He went up, what's up, man? He just walked out on stage, man. And everybody gave him a standing O, walking out, man. What's this, man? Niggas stood up. Chris Tucker did 40 minutes. He did like 25, 30 comedy, and the last 5 or 10, he was working out. He grinded the show down to nothing. They said, next is Tommy Chun. I came out and did my set opening. You bitch. How you doing, Miss Bitch? You bitch. And I ain't getting nothing, dog. And I bombed. Every industry in Hollywood was there, from Stan Lathan to Mike Ovitz. And I ate it. I died
Ate a dick.
death. I ate a fat dick. Now, not literally. This is all
He
metaphoric.
ate dicks, yo.
Like, we didn't actually eat the dick, but Joe Rogan ate a dick on Fear Factor. He ate a yak
You know,
dick.
he did eat
I
a dick.
actually
I
saw
watched
Joe
that,
Rogan
yeah.
eat a dick,
No,
and when
he
I
did
saw him
eat
at
a
the
dick.
comedy store, I said, like, you ate a dick, like Snoop Dogg. He said, yeah. So I didn't actually devour the dick. It's a metaphoric dick. And the reason we say eat a dick is because the microphone looks
All
like
dicks
a
are
dick.
the same to me. I don't know if it's.
No,
I don't care if it's a metaphor or a real dick.
No, comedians. That's a universal
universal
thing.
thing.
Eat a
Okay.
dick
Eat
is
a
universal in comedy because the microphone looks like a dick, and if you're not using it for what it's for, you're eating dicks.
Eating dicks.
That's why they say eating dicks.
You can't do comedy.
It wasn't
I
sexual.
can't. Yeah, I don't. I only want to eat one dick. So
I know, and I can see why he called because I said get off your dick, and that's your
I was
dick.
like, whoa,
So
hey!
Tommy telling us to quit having sex. The fuck? Get off your
No,
dick.
the reason
She don't
why
have a dick.
that
He got the dick.
the reason why I called that
And his dick got glasses on and got a beard that looked just like
it do. My dick looked just like me.
he's very protective. So that
he had an
I knew
operation.
he
and it's
He
because
had
I
an
see
addictomy.
and see it's because I see the work she put in. Like people think now. I'm gonna tell you a story, Tommy. You tell stories all the time. I'm gonna tell you a story. When we started this comedy stuff, right? Obviously, we have a comedy show. We're trying to do a comedy show here with Greenlight Radio. But when she decided she wanted to do stand-up comedy, this woman said she was going to get on stage with no written material and freestyle for 5 minutes straight comedy. And I was like, look, no, you better not do that because you're going to eat a dick.
And what happened?
What happened is she started writing because
Well, when she went up and freestyle, what happened that
I
night?
didn't.
No,
I
well,
didn't freestyle.
well,
he said no, and so I wrote.
so
Okay.
we started writing.
Now, if I was your comedy coach, I would have told you to do it for this reason. Because it would have gave you a sense of self on stage where if the material's not working, you can think on your feet and change up. I would have said go up with nothing and let's see what you got. Because I want to see how much natural, how quick you are and your natural wit. That's what I would do.
Here's my problem. And then after this, I think we really do need to move on because it is 10.
Okay, I'm
10:40.
sorry, I don't mean that.
So
This ain't what's so funny.
here's my problem. No, we about to get to the
are.
funny shit. Don't you even trip.
No,
We're
I
gonna
said
get
this
to the
is
funny
not
shit.
what's so funny. It's not my show.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, here's my problem, and this is what I need to work on. I'm funny. I've acknowledged that. Other people have acknowledged that. I'm witty. People have acknowledged that. I have acknowledged that. I have stage fright. I get up there and I like freeze up. My mouth dries up, and I'm just like, oh shit, I'm in front of the crowd. So there are things that
I
I
will
have
give
written.
you a major shortcut
There
right
are
now.
there have been things that I have written that I'm
That
just like, oh
when
shit.
the pressure
it didn't
hits, you
come out.
forget
Yeah,
all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it happens to every comic. It's happened to me.
Do you still get stage fright?
Not like for regular shows. If I'm taping, my Showtime special or something like that now, because I've done a lot of television. So I'm to the point where now I'll freestyle something on a taping. But I've been doing this forever, dude.
So there's a little club. Now let's acknowledge first that, and maybe we ain't gonna get to some of this because I actually want to talk to Tommy because
I want to tell her something about what she just said. But go ahead.
Okay, but let's acknowledge Rookies is not the perfect spot to do comedy in the first place.
Okay, Rookies traditionally was a comedy club before it was Rookies and before it was the pub before that. When they built Rookies, it was a comedy club.
And no
first.
disrespect to Rookies because we all love Rookies.
What I'm saying
love
is
Rookies.
it is set up like a comedy club. Look at the stage is down there. Everybody can see. There's not a bad seat in the house. My point is, it was a comedy club. It was designed as a comedy club first.
Okay.
The basic layout of it. Okay.
But the audience is not, because I feel like when you go to a comedy club, the audience is conditioned to listen for jokes.
The audience is conditioned. This is a comedy town. There's so much comedy here. There's Aces Comedy Club in Marietta. There's the American Comedy Club in the Gaslamp. There's a Madhouse at Horton Plaza.
So performing there is different than performing at a Rookies because those audiences are going to listen for jokes. Rookies' audience is going to buy drinks and fuck some hoes.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Well, point taken. Now think about my position. I was the first one out. I had to establish comedy.
Yeah.
I'm the host. I'm starting from nothing. There's no comedy momentum. I created. once I got off stage, I had the crowd in that mode.
Okay.
But as the evening goes, they get more conditioned. So if you're first, it's a little harder. And plus San Diego is sensitive. You can't be too raw too soon. If you looked at how I started the show, I said, how many people love their mama? Who love Jesus? Who love military? I slowly got them into it. I didn't tell jokes right away. Who love this? Who love that? Then I told jokes about Oceanside. I said, it's two things that's hard to keep in North County, money and a secret. I said, this is the biggest small town. There's more rich, broke people here. Yeah. And so just relatable things. Then I went into my act because hosting partly is you got to engage the crowd, get them in, then do material, then go. Being first is harder because they're not acclimated already. You got to kind of spoon feed them and tiptoe a little bit at first. I did a show at the Belly Up, and it was for the San Diego Mental Health Systems. It was televised KUSI. I was the first comic. And because I was first and black, I wore a suit and I didn't curse at all. I could have done whatever I wanted, but I purposely didn't because I know how people are. Your job is to learn how you're being perceived, how people are, what's the culture here. If I say, hey, all you need is a beach cruiser and a grower's license to live here, that's an Oceanside culture statement. If I said that in Detroit, they wouldn't get it. You feel me? Yeah. Now, back to you and the stage fright thing. Let me tell you how to get rid of the stage fright. First of all, the crowd wants you to take your time and be funny. They do. They do. It's okay to be silly. It's okay. The most important thing when you go on stage, Fallon, is for you to have fun. If you listen to yourself and do whatever it takes to crack yourself up, I know you're out there to make the crowd laugh, and you do have to cater and entertain the crowd. But while you're doing that, make yourself laugh. Have the best time of your life. Have fun while you're up there. And whatever it takes for you to do that, if it goes off track, whatever. But as you have fun, the stage fright will disappear and the crowd will have fun.
Well, if you don't believe your joke, they won't either, correct?
No, I don't think it's that she don't believe her joke.
No, I'm just saying in general.
I think
as a comic. If you don't believe it's funny, they won't believe it's
funny. You're right. When you say your first joke, they go, ha-ha, and then they look at you to see if you believe you. You get that first initial laugh, and then it tightens up, and then they look at your ass. Mm-hmm. And they're studying you to see how much you got, and do you believe you? You're right. There's that. But the thing is if you have fun, and you just don't care. See, with stand-up, the more pressure there is, and the bigger the thing it is, the less you gotta care. And the only way to do that is to be prepared. And what we do is we go on stage somewhere else before the big show. Mm-hmm. We do a couple warm-up sets. But the most important thing, and if that's hard, you imagine everybody in that crowd is naked or on the toilet.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work for you?
That doesn't work for me. Being naked is not weird to me. That's not weird to me, and it's not funny. It's normal. If I seen a person walk by here naked right now, I'd still be doing my show, and I wouldn't look like, oh, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like,
we desensitized.
If you saw Rich the Stitch naked, you might not.
No, we watch so much porno, and we're desensitized to nakedness.
You know what? I like porn too. And when I said eat a dick, it wasn't like I'm Lexington Steele. Listen, porn. I learned how to make somebody squirt from watching porn.
Don't we all?
Oh, hey.
And now she'd be like, make me squirt. I'd be like, my rotator cuff is blew out from last time.
You fucked up the sheets. We don't have any more sheets.
How about we go to 7-Eleven? I get you a 2-liter.
My baby laid down in the nastiness.
But as I love squirting. Anyway, point is, imagine the audience is squirting.
Well, that's yeah.
My point is fuck them. It's your time. You're in control. Take your time. It's okay. Something I noticed that I've seen you do a couple of times is when you're on and it's not going so good, I see you getting more and more vulgar. And I'm vulgar too, but it's with a purpose.
No. It's not that I'm vulgar anyway. Like I'm vulgar
anyway.
All the time.
She looks pretty, but she's vulgar anyway.
Vulgar all the time.
I'm glad
dirty
you
mouth.
said that.
She has a dirty mouth.
You're funny. You know you're funny. He likes your mouth. I'm not gonna go there. Y'all ain't got no kids?
We
Yeah,
got
we got
kids.
kids.
Oh, y'all do have kids? I was gonna say you probably got your jaw pregnant. But listen, the point I'm trying to make is you have to do it in a savvy way. You don't look like you're gonna say that. You look like Eyewitness News. You look like the anchor chick. You look like if you went for that job, you'd get it in a second. You look more healthy and attractive. You look more like an actress, a comedic actress. You don't look like Cookie.
So what you need to do is
What
a
I'm
little
saying-
cocaine and have some white stuff hanging out your nose.
Like Cookie has more of an edge. She's from Detroit. She's a little older. She wears, just if you look at that. Now, this show coming up
Cookie looks like my grandmother.
is different.
She does.
That's hilarious.
No, it's not.
No, but here's the thing. Cookie's that funny. Cookie's older. Cookie's been doing comedy a while.
Yeah.
She had a club out in San Bernardino in back in the day. So she's been grinding. It takes time. Don't stress so much about, because I see it on you. You're a winner, and you're a successful person, and you want to be successful. I can see it. That's what I meant when I said what I said. What I meant is come off of that, take your ego out of it, and come more from the hip. When you're early on the show, you might substitute some words. I get away with it because I've been doing comedy forever. Everybody knows me. But pretty much when you're early on the show and you're a new comedian, like, you got to be careful. And you got to be careful when you crack on the host. Because when you bag on the host, that's the first thing you do, they laugh. Yeah. But then they're going, okay, now what? See, you got to understand, I'm a comic they've seen forever. I'm older. I'm probably the oldest guy on the show. I got respect like that. And I just did good that night. So when you say crack on the host, you got to have something to come back with. And finally, I want to say this. What you say to the audience and the energy you give is what it is. And everything you say and do has a vibration on it. Don't open your show saying, I ain't got nothing funny to say. I'm just going to talk some real shit. Don't say that. Mm-hmm. Say, I'm going to say the funniest shit in the world. Y'all know what's hilarious? And you could be so silly that they just laugh at you doing that. But give them something. Don't say, I don't have nothing funny to say. Because then you're teaching them. Because your job when you get on the stand-up show is you're teaching the audience your sense of humor. You got to do it quickly, though. And if you say, I don't have nothing funny to say, I'm going to talk some real shit, then you got to keep that theme up, And I don't have no real shit to say. I'm just going to talk some bullshit. But I really ain't got no bullshit to say. So I'm going to talk some dumb shit. But I'm smart, so I can't talk dumb shit. I don't know what the fuck to say. You got to turn that into a joke. There was a couple things you said when you said something about Jesus and you were talking about him beating Jesus out of you, or something you said. It wasn't funny. You should have threw in Jesus and Jesus. This Mexican dude be helping him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put a twist in it. And that's all I'm saying is when you come out, don't get in your own way. Don't say I don't have nothing funny to say. You do have funny stuff to say. You're funny. I've seen you be funny. And know when to get off stage. Remember the show at Crossroads when Sexy Marlowe's girl was with her and she went up real quick, did it, and then got off. Mm-hmm. She knew when to get off. It's better to get off and leave them wanting, remembering that, than to do it and then keep going unless you're doing a workout set and that's what you're there for, and take your ego out of it. Go to the smaller rooms, go around. Like I would do Jumpin' Turtle on hip hop night. It wasn't even comedy night. It would be harder. I remember Holiday used to laugh at me. He said, I ain't never seen you struggle, Tommy John. You struggle. And I go, that's because I don't just go up in my comfort zone. I go up in situations that's harder for me so that I get stronger. I made a point of Rich the Stitch. He on Martin Luther King night, black audience, black host, mostly black comedians. He the only one that ain't black, and he'd get up and talk about being Mexican. And it kills because he's got a funny set. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. I do the Beachwood with all the white people. I do everything. I've been on Gabriel Iglesias with the Mexicans. You work on your set and work on your point of view. Do you know what your point of view is?
Not in common.
She said, out of my ass, Tommy John. That's my point of view. I'm looking at you. What I'm saying is, you know how Mike Epps' point of view is the hood. Everything, his stand-up is about the hood. Or
Mine's
something.
his family. Right there. Mine's his family.
Yours is family. Mm-hmm. Boom. You'll get a TV show. Develop that. Talk about your family. Talk about all that. Bernie Mac didn't get a TV show until he talked about his little gay nephew and the family. Family is what it's all built around. If you talk about family, that is the most relatable thing you can say. And under that umbrella, you can go anywhere. You can branch off and say anything. But coming back to family, I would say work the family thing and work set jokes that you have. Like start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you get 5 jokes that work, every time you go on stage, say those jokes and just keep adding to it. You're building your act. Fuck what people say about, you said that last time. Don't worry about that. Keep doing the stuff that works because you're building your set. Don't try to go
How
on
many
every
different
time.
sets do you have? Do you have just one set that goes forever, or do you have different sets for different shows? You know what I mean?
When I started, I had different sets. I had a white audience set for the suburbs outside Detroit, and I had a ghetto set for niggas in Detroit. And now I just have Tommy Chun. I do it all. I do my black stuff, and I set it up so I can do it anywhere. Everything's funny if you have the right setup. And sometimes you have to change the setup based on the crowd. Okay. Like if it's a black crowd and I start talking about keloid bumps, I can just say keloid meat. And people know what it is. But if it's a white crowd, I gotta go keloid bumps. That's how black people scar. When we get a scar, some black people get that big knot on their ear, the Forrest Whitaker bump. That's a keloid. Then I go on with the joke. Because you're the instructor. You're the teacher. You're the one addressing. And whatever you give them. So you have to look at the culture. If it's not your culture, then you gotta explain it. And maybe even you explaining it can be funny. As long as you're confident and you relax and let your real natural Fallon, the reason why you get on stage in your personal life, when you're in that gear, you got to keep yourself in that gear, even if you're nervous. If you got to go outside and talk to him, if you got to go over your jokes again, what I do that keeps me from being nervous, I don't keep thinking about it. I don't keep looking at my jokes. I look at them, I get it, then I let it go. Once I know the material, I don't go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't do that anymore. You know why? Because you take away the natural spontaneity. You want to plan to be spontaneous. You know what I mean? Plan to be spontaneous. And over time, you'll get that. Know your material, but don't be a slave to it, because a guy might go on before you and do a topic that you were going to do. It's just coincidence. And then you're like, what am I going to do now? Right. Be able to switch up. And so, like, that's what I would tell you to do. Like he said, go on with no material. That was one of the exercises we do. We go up and they say, don't do your act. Do this topic and just go. Right? You know, we write some stuff down or just freestyle, but you can't do your act. And so it builds. So when he said go up freestyle with no material, I would have said do it. The hard part is you got to leave your ego at home because it's not going to be perfect. Some shit ain't gonna be funny. Like when I'm on stage and I say something, yeah, such and such, and they don't laugh, I go to the next thing. I don't advertise the mistake like, oh, y'all ain't laughing at that. No, I don't do that. Okay. It's like, okay, my bitch had a weed. Today, you know what I saw coming down here? What? You know, it's more crackheads in Detroit. You know, they say black don't crack unless you smoke it. I really ain't fat, I'm just swole. You know, my boy, he like an uncertified mechanic. He be doing brake jobs on the 76. Your teeth so yellow, you got a job at the movie theater spitting on popcorn. My point is, keep going. Yeah. Go. If they don't laugh, go. And have it set. Richard Stitch, if you notice, he took breaks in between because he has a drunken karate style. But also, that lets the crowd process what you're saying. Sometimes you can say something and they get laughed right away. Sometimes you sit and you wait a second and look and then they think about it. You know what I mean?
But everybody can't do that.
Everybody? What do you mean everybody can't?
Every comic can't do that.
Do what?
That pause, you know what I mean? Some of them need to go to the next joke because some of them jokes, he can do that because his jokes work. They work for that pause, you know what I mean? So he can tell a joke. I can't think of nothing he said right now, but he can tell a joke and pause, and we can process it and be like, "Oh shit, that was."
That's
funny.
his style.
That's his style.
Delivery.
Some people they try that pause, and the joke fails.
Delivery is more important than the material. Okay. Your delivery. Bernie Mac could say anything, and it was funny because he was Bernie Mac. I'm trying to sit here doing a radio show, Greenlight Radio, sitting with Frank and Fallon, sitting here without the kids on the radio station, DJ Swole. It's funny because of his delivery.
Right.
I have a delivery style on stage. You know, everybody, you got to develop your delivery style. Cookie has a certain style. Now, when you see, I got Don B coming up and Melanie Camacho, they got different styles. Don B has more energy. Melanie is more laid back, but Melanie says really funny stuff, but she kind of is more conversational. She doesn't really deliver it like it's jokes. You know what I mean? Where I'm all over the place. I might do some wordplay. I might play with the crowd. I might tell a story. I might do a facial. I might do an impersonation. That's my style. I'm universal. That's my style, which can work for you or hurt. You got to decide which you will. If you start going up at the Comedy Palace with P-Man, you know what I'm talking about? Start go to P-Man and say, hey, I want you to put me on stage. Start hitting different spots and just expose yourself to it, because I know you'll agree with me on this, Fallon. Every show you've done, there was something different about the audience. There was a different biorhythm. There was a difference of something.
Well, that's funny that you said that, because before she went up, she said the audience is different than the last audience. It was an older audience.
I acknowledged it.
She said they're not going to get a lot of my jokes because they're an older audience, and these are younger for a younger crowd.
And when that happens and you don't have time, you just say that. Y'all old as hell. Y'all not going to get some of this stuff, because y'all, the last crowd I had, they were like, dude, Entourage. Y'all are like Golden Girls. How old are you? There's some old people in here, you know. I mean, damn. Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. And you'll even think of stuff right then. Don't be afraid to say what's on your mind. When you write it down, that's just a jump off. When I do my jokes, I do the joke to jump off into now, and I try to freestyle something in the now. Don't be afraid. You're still new. Don't develop bad habits. Know that what's first is your natural funniness. Don't be afraid to be funny in the moment and be comfortable and say some shit right then. Usually the stuff you think of right then is actually funnier. Mm-hmm. You just can't deliver it with fear. Yeah. The fear is because you're a successful person and you don't want to fail.
Thank you. That is true.
That's why you fail. Because you're so scared to fail. Fuck these people. You wasn't getting paid. You're still new. Have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun. Go with it. And don't feel bad when you go on stage. That's when I said you're on your own, Richard. That's what I meant. Fuck them. You can't jock the situation. You want to be successful. You want to look good. But the thing to do is, if you're feeling that way, you got to start doing other sets around town so you're polished when you do the bigger shows or the other shows that count. And then even still, just have a couple. I mean, you drink, right?
No. Yeah, that's kind of.
You're not alcoholic.
Like right. Us.
Okay, like
we drank.
Yeah, I'm hooked on everything. Everything I said to the audience that night, I didn't want to say it, but nigga, I need an intervention. But listen, sex, everything. I done done it all. I just ain't never did nothing gay. I'm not gonna be gay to me, you know. I had sex with some executive producer chicks, and
did you get the show?
Weed.
I hope you got the show.
I got a lot. I got more than that. I got stalked.
You got an STD. That's what he got.
No, I didn't get an STD.
He wasn't on SVU. He was on STD.
Let's put it this way. I went from BET to EBT. And here's something else. Funny is not measured in marquee value. I'm funnier than a lot of cats that are bigger than me in the game. Okay? There are guys that are funnier than me that you ain't never heard of. Niggas, I go, oh, they kill me. But you never heard of them. So don't put the cart before the horse. When you grab that stand-up comedy mic, it's a different mic than this mic. It's a whole nother mic. It's a whole nother beast. And that's brutal. You can ride this rhinoceros and run the motherfuckers down and knock over houses. Or the rhinoceros can turn against you and kill you. It's a powerful thing.
It's a tough game.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Tommy Chun is the guy that's looked at as What happened to your career? You didn't make it. You made it, but you didn't make it. Like, nigga, you funny as hell, but how come you ain't rich? So a lot of people like Holiday think I'm something wrong with me because I'm not a millionaire, and you know what I'm saying? Because I was able to elevate him. I helped him. If anybody look at the pattern, when I came into it, it elevated, but sometimes when you give somebody something and they don't earn it fully, they don't appreciate it. So I'm about to show everybody. But listen, the thing is that the whole game is this. You were called to that stage. It's like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. You know, the aliens called you, or you wouldn't be up there. Trust yourself. You ain't gotta be funny right now. You're new. All you gotta do is be likable and be humorous. You ain't gotta destroy it. And again, who you follow is important. Like following me, that's a different thing.
Especially when you're new, Tommy.
I'm a beast.
You can't have her follow you. She brand new.
You gotta understand. No, well, she had to where she was on the lineup. She had to, unless I put her somewhere else in the middle of the show. Now that might have made it easier. But I was saying to Swole, I want you to continue, and I want to see growth, and I want to set you up some one-nighter spots, and you start going. Y'all go and work on your thing. If I go, you gotta pay me. But I'll tell y'all what to do. Y'all go and you work out. And I can help you write your jokes too. And then tag.
Can she perform? Let's say she does a set. Can she perform it for you first? You critique it then, and then she goes out.
We can do that, but she's got to understand that every situation there's a different biorhythm on it. So I have jokes I've done forever, but I deliver it a little different each time. Something about it each time. You want to be able to deliver your jokes like you're saying it right now, and it's not a joke. You just talking about what you're talking about. These aren't jokes. I'm just being me on stage, and y'all gonna hear this or not, I'm gonna say it, and fuck it. You want it to seem seamless to the crowd. And so what'll keep you from forgetting your material when the pressure hits is you got to know the shit inside and out. And you got to get up and deliver it in different situations, coffee houses, do it in front of the camera, look at yourself. And when you're around your friends and you want to try out a joke, don't say, hey, I got this joke I want to try out. Don't say that. Just say the shit and see what happens. If you get a chuckle with a couple people, you're going to get a big laugh at the show. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. So don't jock it so hard. You know, if it makes you feel better, tell the crowd, I'm new at this. Don't say I ain't got nothing funny to say. Just say I'm new at this and y'all bear with me. But don't jock it so hard. Have fun. Have fun. It's all about fun. It's all about you having fun because the reason that you up there is because in your personal life you was having fun and you was funny. Mm-hmm. Bring that same temperature to your stand-up. Don't change who you are because you grabbed the mic.
And just to recap,
so have fun. Have fun.
Thank you,
just to recap again, like I said, there is no beef. Tommy Chum, he's an OG in the game. We just want some, you know, we want them to get together and talk. You know what I mean? Two comedians coming up. She wanted to be under somebody's wing. We tried to do the same thing with motherfucking Holiday. He didn't want to do it. Now he man, I can't. I want to say something so bad, but I don't want to sound like I'm being disrespectful because I respect the dude's grind.
He's an incredible businessman.
Yeah,
he's
doing his thing.
He has great discernment. He knows what's good and everything. It's just a lot of people don't understand what comedians go through to get as good as they are and make it look that easy.
Yeah. Right. And you can't just. And then one of the things we said to him because we were one of the first people that interviewed Holiday on our other radio show, and everybody's not a comedian. So I feel, especially when I know someone who's trying to be one, I feel a little disrespected when I see someone put the label comedian on them when they're not comedians.
Well, now he says he's not because Lou Nail checked him.
Oh, okay. Nice. I like that. You could check him also because you've been doing it. So.
I have, but, you know, I forgive him. I let him do what he gonna do. I don't expect anything. I'm just going to do me. And instead of expecting anything, I'm just happy to be able to bless somebody. Because it empowers me when I take responsibility and I move on.
And like I said, this is the OG right here. Everything is love, man. We just want some advice. We just
Listen,
trying to get in the game.
there's going to be a day when she is going to be destroying shit. And she's going to go, Tommy Chun, I get it now. I know why you did what you did. And you're going to be telling another comic, look,
You ate a dick.
you ate a dick.
Keep eating dicks, nigga.
Listen.
You don't belong in this game. Eat a dick.
If she goes to the Laugh
Man,
Factory,
there's
the
a lot of
Comedy
dick,
Store,
man.
if she goes anywhere, major comedy club, goes up to Mike Epps, Kevin Hart, and says, damn, that comic ate a dick, they're going to go, yeah, they need to work on it. Everybody knows that eat a dick means you had a tough set.
Now, for some people, they really do eat real dicks.
No, they do.
Not to be confused with comedians that eat dicks. Some of you hoes is eating dicks.
Some
Like, you know why Johnny Gill's name is Gill? Because he don't have to come up for air.
Now, if you've been watching, and hopefully you didn't tune out because they were like, they're getting all sentimental and shit. We had a different type of show today. GK didn't even get on, you know what I'm saying? He's back there. Shout out GK doing his thing today, producing,
GK!
DJing, and he's doing it all today.
Yep.
So we have...
I want to
before we
give
get
it
out
up
of
for
here-
DJ Swole.
DJ Swole. Shout out DJ Swole.
Thank you, DJ Swole.
Before we get to our
for
family,
being a decent human being and recognizing game.
shout out DJ Swole, man. He
Sure.
puts this together.
DJ Swole.
Tommy and DJ Swole are putting a Valentine's show together on the 14th. Let's talk
February
about-
14th,
February
Friday.
14th,
Doors
Friday.
open at 7:30. Show starts at 9.
At Rookies.
It sells out, people. So
It
if
does.
you want a seat, get there early.
Now-
It's going to be cracking.
Now listen.
Got Melanie Camacho coming from Cat Williams, Mike Epps, Snoop Dogg's Bad Girls of Comedy. She is going to destroy.
Yes.
I promise you.
Now listen. Greenlight Radio is not here to tell you don't support the other movements. All I'm here to say is if you want to stay local, Rookies is the place to be. You gonna chill with us? You want to chill with us?
That's where we go.
If we're not your favorite, we want to know why. More funny, more problems.
Better comedy for a lower price.
Ooh, shots fired. Now here we go. Tommy, you have this class, comedy class you working on. Are we gonna be doing that? What's going on with that?
Well, basically, I was doing it at Maricosa when I first moved down here. But basically, I teach up-and-coming comedians the basic crash course rules that will help them develop their comedy material, stage presence, delivery, style of comedy, learn themselves. I don't teach comedians how to be me on stage. I teach them how to be them and be funnier and tap into them.
This is gonna be a
I'm gonna
feat.
just tell you guys we're gonna post this on our page, and you guys just watch this. This is free class. Thanks.
Yeah, this is
This was a free class, actually.
yeah. You're getting to audit this class,
This is-
but
And all we
after
had to do was buy him some liquor.
and give me some drunk and some heroin balls.
And they was right out my ass
Yeah,
too.
we was shooting up
I had
right
to,
before this.
I had to smuggle that shit in. That was
Yeah,
straight from.
we was drinking
Oh wait,
syrup.
no, don't cough right now.
See,
We
look
don't
at-
want
I
the
got more
heroin
coming
ball.
out.
See,
I got more heroin coming out my
got
ass.
heroin. We got heroin and patchouli oil.
Ooh, what's for you?
That's that African oil. Anyway,
Forget about
Is
it.
that for hair or what? What is that
That
for
is
weave? What is
patchouli.
that?
That's that
Keep
shit.
your tracks in? I don't
It's
know
like
what
an
that shit
African
is, man.
cologne, but it's oil. Like me and Faison Love used to live together, and he used to use patchouli, but his body would absorb it. So when he would doo-doo, it would smell like doo-doo and patchouli.
That's disgusting.
That's so gross.
It might smell like butt mud.
But
That's
that's so bad.
I want to say that
You
comedy
said enough already, nigga.
is a
All right, nigga,
it's-
back.
It's like she's a ninja. She's a baby ninja, and we're trying to teach her how to not get her ass kicked ever again.
Ever again. Well, I can't have a girl eating dicks all the time, Tommy.
Well, the reason I did that, it's like I'm the kung fu guy in Kill Bill that had to whoop her ass to make her better. If I'm nice all the time and I do
We don't want you to be nice. We just want you to do it to her first.
Please, me. Just me.
Just do it to her first,
Just
and
me.
then go on your show and clown her.
Yeah. Because you know what? I would have authorized that. If you would have came to me and you would have gave me this advice that you're giving me right now, that you're giving me on the show, and then you came on here and you roasted me,
I wanted you to come on my show.
I'd have been like, dude. And you know what? I would have helped you roast me.
You know what?
I would have helped you roast me.
Me and
I'm
DJ
the queen
Swall,
of roast. I can do that.
We were so afraid because after the Crossroads show, when I was talking to you on the parking lot, you look like Godzilla.
No, I heard. You know what? I heard you on the show. No, I heard
Now
you
let's
on the
look
show.
at here's a flyer.
Here's a flyer.
Here's a flyer.
Melanie looked cute on that. Look at her. Everybody we talking about.
Now this is. Well, okay. Well,
She
there's
don't look
another
like
guy.
that.
I thought there was 3 women on the show, but there's only 2. I was gonna say that's the show you should have been on, Family Foul, because that's a woman's show, and I think the audience.
That's not fair to Rich.
Yeah, it's not. Well, I thought there was another.
No,
woman.
there's another guy on the show. He's not on the flyer. Gordon Downs has just been added to the show.
Okay.
So it's going to be me, Gordon Downs, then her, then Rich, then Melanie.
Okay.
I got a singer. I got 2 singers. I got a singer/rapper doing a song at the beginning.
Who's that?
That's Michi Rue. Michi.
Yeah.
He's got a hot, man. His new song is hot. Then I got another dude that's going to come sing acoustic guitar.
Who's that?
Ross Man.
Ross Man.
No, this dude is Cassius. Okay. He's going to be on my show Sunday. So you should check it out. Okay. He's amazing. The dude is sick with it.
That's dope. So we're adding music. We're adding comedy. Okay. I want Tommy to answer this question. Let's go. We have a family mail question of the night. We didn't get to our entertainment news. That's okay. We had Tommy Chun. He's schooling us on comedy, so we're gonna let him answer the family mail question. Now, Tommy, these are, if you don't know, these are questions we get from our audience, and they want us to answer them. So
I'm gonna read it for you.
Sally's gonna read it.
I'm about to show you how old I am.
Put your spectacles away.
Look,
I'm
before answering machines and voicemail. I'm back when people had to have patience. My daughter was yelling at the microwave because it took too long. Go ahead.
All right. So me and my boyfriend got into a detrimental argument because he found my personal vibrator in a sock in my drawer. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I use it sometimes when he's at work to ease stress, or just when I don't feel like being bothered by all the extras I have to pull out to make sure he gets his. I acknowledge I may be wrong for not telling him I had one, but he made me feel like the scum of the earth because I indulge in self-pleasure. I assured him that he satisfies me when we are in the act, but he said I'm lying and that he doesn't want me to do it anymore and threw it in the trash. The bad thing about it is he has no problem with doing it. I have caught him a few times. I know I'm wrong for hiding the damn thing, but do I have to tell him every time I'm about to do it? Do I stop doing it altogether since it upsets him? I just want peace in my home.
Oh my God! You hit the nail on the head. I deal with this issue at home. Look, y'all.
What? You can't play with yourself at the house?
No, she act like I'm cheating on her.
Oh man, who you cheating on her with? My fucking...
Them bitches don't know you, Tommy. You don't know them bitches.
Well, I like Cherokee, but I like Kelly Divine. I like
Kelly Divine is dope.
I like ass. I'm a big butt guy.
We know these names.
But then there's other ones I like. There's a lot of them.
You just gonna name them?
I could just name them. I like the Ginger Havana with the big thing. That chick. And then I love Brazilian. Period. Brazilian women I love.
Oh yes, like
the Asian chicks trip me out.
No, we were just talking about Asian porn. They got bush.
Nah,
they got
bush, but some of them Thai chicks, they got pretty coochies. But here's the thing: when they make love making noises, they sound Asian, like. How do you come in Asian? Listen, my lady would keep busting in the room. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? So I said, well, come help me. You do it, and I'll watch. We got to do this together. And she act like it's a problem. Well, she feels like if I'm doing that, that's a wasted session we could have had. And I go, no. What it is
it's the pregame.
It's the pregame, and sometimes you got to let me fantasize. Because if I meet too many hot women, I'm famous. If you don't let me do this, I'm going to do it for real. Okay? So it's either, this is better than me cheating or catching something. She be tripping. She would give me a hassle. I couldn't do it in peace. It's like, why are you got me stressed. Then I catch her and then, and I'm like, say, I ain't even tripping on you. Go ahead and do your thing. And see,
Are you guys doing it when y'all each other at home
Yeah,
or what?
like you don't wait till she goes to work or anything?
nah, like we done did everything together. Her throat is a vagina. I'm like, yo, check it out. You seen it, so I'm just gonna beat it. Like, what's happening? She a sneaky dude. She gotta stress me out about it because she is a dick police. And me, I just let her do her thing. I be like, give it to me. Ooh, I put on my nuts. Ooh. Oh, that's funny. Oh, okay, go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, I'm part of it. I want to be part of it. You know, it's like, I took her to a strip club one time, and she said, I don't want to touch me. I'm not gay. I'm not anything. The girl was so beautiful, and she was on me. She did a dance for my lady, because she got real big tits, and strippers like chicks with big tits, because most strippers are bi. And they're all over my girl, and my girl is on her too. And she's like grabbing her, they're like into it. And I said, I didn't tell you to touch her. See what you did on your own? I didn't tell you to do that. She was like, oh no, I enjoyed it. Oh my God, I'm gay. And I said, you're not gay. I said, right now, you horny? She said, yeah. I said, do you want her or this? She said, that. I said, you're not gay. It's just sexuality. Now, if a man did that with another man, that's gay. But women have the license to do that. You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty.
You know that coochie's good when women want it, because they have one. You know, what's pussy spelled backwards? So, you know, it's like, I eat it all. I love to eat it. I eat it up.
Okay.
Are you answering the
You're not
question?
answering the question.
So what's the question?
The question is
I don't even
does
know.
she stop? Yeah, I don't even know what the question is anymore. He said
The question
What?
is should you be mad at her for doing your thing?
Right.
I don't think so. I think that we live in an extremely sexual society. And if you're physically healthy, you're sexual.
Right.
I think that it is a healthier way for her to do that. Sometimes it ain't about you, dude. And that's what I told my lady. It ain't about you. I'm sexual. I like it. I fantasize. Fantasize with me. Let's role play. The thing is people are sexual. If you're physically healthy, you're sexual. If you're good looking, you're sexual. It's better than her doing it with a real one. I found my mom's dildo one time.
That's crazy.
that's nasty.
I found mine.
And I was gonna use it on my girlfriend, and she was like, "Ugh, that's your mama. She put that in her. Don't put that in me." I said, "Don't trip. I'm gonna sanitize it with this bar of Irish Spring." So I came in the room like I was Luke Skywalker, like, woo. She like, hey, you got me messed up. I told you no till I touched her with it. Then she started talking like the dildo. Tommy, this is a trip. I'm gonna beat your ass when you get through. Do that again.
It's crazy. I can relate to Tommy a little bit because in my previous relationship that I was in, my girlfriend also would frown upon masturbating, but she would do it. She frowned upon me doing it, but she would do it. And here's my answer. Here's my answer to this, because when I got with a woman who didn't give a shit, as long as it didn't interfere with her time, I was like, shit, I'm gonna marry her. Like, I can jack off and all kinds of shit.
See, she won't watch porn with me. She watch
But she'll watch it by
own.
herself.
Yeah,
See?
and she likes Asian porn. I'm like, okay, you're
No,
a
that's
little gay.
crazy. Wait, how long you been with her?
We've been together. I spent 2 years with her one night. She be wearing my ass out.
Never
Okay,
mind,
so-
we can't have-
Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me finish this though.
I've been with her 6 years.
Oh, man, and you still dealing with that. So if it doesn't interfere, here's my thing. If it doesn't interfere with your sexual relationship with your woman, your partner, there should be no problem. Like if she's not
My
masturbating
partner
to the point.
interferes with my relationship, my sex with my partner.
See, if she's masturbating to the point where she don't want to have sex with her man, then it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But if she can get hers and she still can please him, I don't give a fuck what you do.
And if she's doing that and not doing you, it's something wrong with you.
Right.
You need to get in there with her. You need to do something, freak her out, snatch her ass up. You know, do something unexpected. You know what I'm saying? You need to do something.
Like I want my woman to come home and catch me and just get right into it with me. Like, don't come in and be like, oh, "What the hell is
Yeah,
going
see,
on
she
here?"
makes me feel like she's my mother.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what you doing? Nothing. You know, it's like, get in it with me. This-
So like when you masturbate now, it's like you're committing a crime. Like you got to
Yeah.
get in and out and get dressed and clean up.
Listen.
Shit, did I let the DVD in the thing? Oh my
as
God, I
much
left the computer
as
on.
I masturbate, my dick should be dead. I done beat this motherfucker to death. And it says, I'm not dead yet. I'm back. My dick got 95 lives. I'm like, the dick just won't stop. I'm telling her, it's enough dick juice for the rest of my life. When I'm dead, my dick is going to be hard.
Oh, God.
Oh God. No, I just think it's a horrible thing, man. That is so stressful when you're a woman. And I was with this woman, and she would.
So you didn't want her to masturbate?
No, she could masturbate.
No, the thing said you had a problem.
No. This isn't me.
Not us.
Oh,
This is not.
This is
you
not
and I.
us.
This is a family.
this
no
is somebody
question.
else.
Somebody
Family
else
no
is
question.
asking.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's
This
why
is
we
not
got
us.
to answer the question,
That's why we
Tommy.
have to answer it because we are. Yeah.
No, so
No,
I was
this is
with.
not us.
I'm saying I was with a woman who didn't allow me. She didn't want me to masturbate, but she could masturbate.
Now, see, my girl's like that. She has double standards out of this world.
I don't know, how do you deal with that?
She can have male friends, but I can't have female friends.
Woo! We need to talk because I was there too.
You don't need to talk. You're in a new
Oh my
situation.
God.
Your new
The new
woman don't give a
situation-
shit.
Right, you're right.
So he can have female
You
friends,
can have female friends.
pretty as you,
Pretty
or
as
prettier.
Or prettier.
See, my girl, she be nervous. I be like, these women do sit-ups.
But see, it's they gotta trust you. You know what I'm saying?
She has to trust
She
me.
has to trust you.
And I told her, listen, why did you date a guy? She dates a comedian that's semi-famous, and I'm funny enough to get chicks prettier than me. So,
Tommy got blue eyes, y'all.
hey, you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is this. She should relax because it's like when we met, she liked it. I was famous and I was a comedian because I was better than her ex. But then she got nervous of that, and it was like penis police. It was like ATF. It was like checks and balances. It's like Pelican Bay on my nuts. And it's like, dude,
Shoot program, nigga. What do you think? What do you think?
I think it's all wrong. Like, I think he should not have a problem with her masturbating. As like you said,
And she's a stay-at-home mom.
as long as she's a stay-at-home mom, she put the kids down for a nap. She should be able to pleasure herself. She done got up, made the kids breakfast, cleaned the house, did some laundry. Like, now she's laying back and watching Oprah. She should be able to fucking masturbate. You know what I would do in this situation? I probably would have grabbed the dildo from his ass, stuck it up me, and said the nigga and made him smell it and be like, "This, you could have been all up in this, but you chose otherwise."
this is a great material for your stand-up, actually.
But it's a real question.
It's a real
I know, but if you talk about this on stage, everybody's going to relate.
Yeah.
This is the thing that everybody experiences, but they don't talk about.
Yeah.
It's like some women just need to add a dick-to-me. Because, and as Richard Stitch puts it, all the lesbians, I got a pill for you. It's called Tricock again.
Try cock again. That's funny.
Listen, it's kind of like porn is kind of like a surrogate thing. It's kind of cool because it's like, first of all, this is what's crazy about porn. There's all these super beautiful women doing it where they don't even have to do this. They do it because they want to. They enjoy it. And the
He
more
is
beautiful
really
they are,
analyzing
the
porn.
bigger freaks they are. I love it. Except my lady, she's kind of on this thing where it's like, do as I say, not as I do.
So what is it? It don't interfere with your relationship. Like if you went home and you jacked off, you still can please her.
Yeah, I can. If she doesn't attack me for jacking off.
No, she shouldn't.
But she does.
That's why-
she
this is
nags
why-
about everything.
If you're listening, whoever wrote this, we ain't gonna say your name. We don't say names, but if you're listening, if it does not interfere with your relationship sexually, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
It's actually a doorway to make your relationship better.
Right.
And I tell my lady, if you let me do my thing and have these little chicks that want to flirt with me, and when I go to my show, these hot women come up to me and you don't sweat me, I will hit it that much harder. But if you put me in dick jail, it's the worst.
And here's the thing for men to understand, and a lot of men don't want, you know what, I'm not even going to say men, because men do understand. It's the boys growing into men who don't quite understand that women, it takes a lot for us to get there. You know what I'm saying? So if a woman is masturbating, she is learning herself. She's trying to learn herself so that she can tell you how to please her. Because if she's not telling you how to please her, chances are, dude, you are not pleasing
You're
your
not
woman.
pleasing her.
You're not pleasing her.
And when you watch porn, you ever notice when they're doing it, she's touching herself? Because some women have vaginal climax, and some women have
Taurus.
clitoral
Clitoris.
climax, and some women can do both. Mm-hmm. But it's a whole nother level now, and it's the age of Aquarius, meaning the age of women, women are discovering themselves, they're becoming more empowered, and that's sexually too. You ever meet a girl and you try to get her to have sex with you, and finally she does, and she overfucks you? It's like, I just said I wanted a little pussy. This is too much. And the point is a lot of women are more sexually dominant than men, and so yeah, you got to put work in. That's what I do. When I'm in the zone, I focus on her first, and once you get her off, she gonna do whatever.
Exactly. And shout out to the squirters, man. Shout out to the squirters.
I want to give a shout out to all the squirters and the women with glands.
Shout out to the squirters. Shout out to Tommy Chum for coming through, man.
Shout out to Frank. Straight. Shout out to Fallon.
Setting the record straight. It's Greenlight Radio. I hear GK back there on the phone. He's probably talking to Swole, telling us to get the hell out.
Right.
Because we don't went over our time again. But how can we not?
How can you not when you're talking about porn and squirting and dildo?
It's Greenlight Radio, everybody, where everything's a go. On MyDJsRadio.com.
Yeah, I saw my girl. I caught her one time masturbating, and she was going so hard. She had this super vibrator, and her teeth were chattering. She's like,
"No funny, no problems."
Are you ready?
DJ GK is going in.
All my people gather round. It's about to go down. Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
The party starts now. DJ GK.
Records, make it happen. Go now, here we 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 go, here we go.
Now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Let's go now, let's go now, here we go now, here we go now, let's go now, let's go now, here we go now, here we go now.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I whistled for a cab and when it came near, the license plate said "Dungeon" and a dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, man, forget it. Yo, home to Bel Air.
Let's rock, y'all. Now 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 let's rock, y'all.
I pulled up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cabbie, "Yo, home, smell you later." Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air.
Batman, scoop, man, scoop, man, scoop. Batman, scoop from the top. Let's go now. Jump, 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 jump. let me clear my throat. Oh, mercy, baby. Ha! I hope that no. I need these monitors right here. Music and the monitors. And it's all a little something like this here. Now, if y'all party like we do, if y'all wanna party like us, let me hear you say If y'all wanna party like we do, if y'all wanna party like us, let me hear you say And I'll say you say And when I say hey, you say hey, hey. And when I say you say And when I say hey, you say hey. Now when I say freeze, you just freeze one time. When I say freeze, y'all stop on the dime. When I say freeze, you just freeze one time. When I say freeze, y'all stop on the dime. Freeze. Now, to all the brothers in the place that don't give a about what them ladies talking about, cause you just trying to get your man, make some noise. 1, 2, 3, come on now. When I say freeze, you just freeze one time. When I say freeze, y'all stop on the dime. When I say freeze, you just freeze one time. When I say freeze, y'all stop on the dime. Freeze. Now, all the ladies in the place, if you got real hair, real fingernails, if you got a job, you going to school, and you don't need nobody to help you handle your business, make some noise. Now, let me clear my throat.